Hello everyone, Happy New Year 2025. So these are going to be the readings for January by sun sign for 2025. As always, if you want to find out how to get a personal reading, you can do that on my website, and the link to that is in the description box below. Hope you have a lovely month and a great 2025. Lots of love. See you in the readings. Taurus, Happy New Year. This is your reading for January 2025. What does Taurus need to know? Oh, they show me parrots all the time, don't they? They're showing me a parrot again. This one is dressed as a pirate. He's got a pirate hat on. He's got one foot lifted, and he's got a rose in his mouth, a long-stemmed red rose. So I feel what they're telling me with this pirate is someone who's been naughty, because pirates, it's an old-fashioned cartoony pirate, you know. I know they're not PC and all that, but I can't help what they show me. It's like a naughty boy, basically. Well, I guess it could be a naughty girl, but the masculine naughty, basically. And a little bit, as pirates are, a little bit, they fly under the radar, right? So they're kind of like elusive, yes. Illegal. But one of those, Dick Turpin. So that's Dick Turpin's hat he's got on, actually. But he does have an eye patch, so it's a little bit parrot. It's a little bit parrot, he's a little bit pirate, and he's a little bit Dick Turpin. You know, the handsome highwayman that all the women fall for because he's dangerous. So that's what they're showing me, basically. Dangerous, as in naughty, as in attractive, symbolically, of a bad boy. And the parrot, cheeky chappy, they're saying, like quite funny and cheeky, irreverent, naughty sense of humour. Somebody like that. That's what they are, right? And yeah, a little bit. Somebody, if this is your twin, this is somebody who used to be around and then suddenly they'd disappear and you wouldn't see them for days as they went off on one of their other missions, like a pirate. That kind of thing. Elusive. The elusive masculine. So, but very attractive in that way, because you just couldn't get a grip on them. You couldn't have or hold them like a marriage, you know. Well, they're saying you wouldn't have wanted it anyway, even if you got it, because it wouldn't have worked out back then. It wouldn't have worked out. Let's have a look. Ending. 10 of Wands, ending energetically. This is growing old, they're saying. 10 of Wands is equivalent to the base chakra. See him holding it all on his lower back? It's like past and history. And see how he's bent forward like an older person because of all the weight of everything that he's been through. And the antlers and the mooses, I think they are. Stags, sorry. In the background, that's love. So the love that still exists, that he's carried all the weight of his history. Right, so no longer is he this like chipper young person who, well, they just said flies off the handle, so I guess somebody who had a very good sense of humour on the one hand, but also could just lose it and maybe, you know, would become very aggressive perhaps, or not very nice, you know. on the other side of the coin, something like that, but it's over. Just feels like youth is over. You know what they just showed me in my head? If you ever watched Sex and the City, where Samantha's boyfriend, the one that's the vodka model, can't remember his name, is on stage at his first performance, and they're all watching it, and he's wearing a pair of dungarees, and he does a speech, and then he drops his dungarees and he's naked. It's not really that they show me, not the naked bit, although it's quite funny. They're showing me the speech that he did about it. He goes, my youth, and like it's all the stage goes dim, like he's talking about his loss of youth basically, and it's about how what a handsome young man he was, and you know, and how it's all gone. That's what they just sang about just then. It's that same thing here. The world, completion. So the masculine trajectory, completion. Queen of Swords, ready. The brain of the feminine, ready. Oh my God, they just said, now I'll have you. Which is like saying from the feminine. It's a bit like, I mean, this is a bit weird actually, but it's like they can't run away anymore because they're older, something like that. So they can't run. They might have run once, but they're not going to run again. Judgment, destiny, call of the wild, the call of destiny basically. Coming number 10, your time is up. Nine of Pentacles, woman, feminine in her power. So this is who's going to be holding all the chips, the feminine, as the masculine returns. There he is, Nine of Wands, down but not out. Again. You know, not what he was, basically. Not this, they're saying taken for granted. Right, so at some point this masculine took you for granted, feminine. So they were in and out the door, as though that was the freedom was the most important thing to them. And you were, I feel like even, well, she's coming up as the swords there, even like you were mid-sentence and they'd be through the door, out of the door, without you even finishing what you were saying. As though you weren't important, right? And not meaning to, I don't think. It wasn't a mean thing. It was just the testosterone, just the youthfulness, you know, like young people, children, puppies, kittens, anything young, they just run around in circles. They go out the door before you even notice that they're through it, right? It's kind of like that. Older, no longer gonna make it through the door and away, not wanting to either. It's like coming home. Two people, Two of Pentacles, and align with your brain, feminine, your power, feminine. Two people coming home. Queen of Wands, vibrational alignment for the feminine, created through vibrational alignment. Power is in the vibration. Once it's in the vibration, it's in the physical. So the power you have over the physical domain and everything in it comes through the power you have over your vibration. So that means there is an absolute cut-off of it being in any other way. It's a knowing, right? Because you have all the knowing you need in your vibration. You don't have it from your mind because your mind will take you to worry. So we never know from the ego, because the ego only wants to worry and say that things are wrong and that something else is going to be, makes you worry and makes you think that you've got to constantly be worrying. Like you stop worrying about one thing, it's going to bring it's going to bring another thing along for you to worry about. Knowing comes from not playing into the illusion that the physical has any power over you. Your ultimate power over the physical is knowing that everything will turn up for you exactly the way that is right for you, which means that you can distance yourself from the illusion and hold yourself above it, as though you're in higher self, just watching your life play out without being affected by it one way or another. Yes, sometimes you dip back in and down, but pretty much like a bird flying over without all parrots, without getting pulled into the maelstrom of fear that is all around in the physical domain. That's the power of the vibration. Oh, there he is again. King of Pentacles made manifest. Coming back, they just said, into physical. There, through the power of the feminine's mind. And the ending. Maybe there's a last thing here then, because when they're showing me at the beginning, let's just have a look underneath. Fruition in the physical. So where they're showing me in the beginning the masculine and how they used to be, this elusive, naughty child, basically, who was just full of themselves. You know how parrots just like say anything they want? Parrots are really clever, aren't they? Like, just like popping out things like, oh, fuck off, to your grandma and stuff like that. So it's like this naughty, elusive so-and-so in the past, right? And we've got here destiny, judgment, and then we've got him here again, or she or he, the wounded warrior, here coming back with the tail between their legs, like, I've been a naughty boy or girl. But we've got here the feminine's mind, right, which the mind always wants to worry. So maybe the worry is that they come back as who they used to be. So once you tell yourself they're going to come back exactly the way that is right for me, because everything's always going to come into my physical domain the way it's going to be right for me, because I have the power over my vibration and I don't worry about what's going to turn up. I only know it's going to show up. I know it's going to show up through me feeling good about everything that is, and knowing what is right for me is turning up, and I refuse to be taken down any dark alleys in my mind about how it could be any other way. That's the power of the feminine, and there's two people coming from that. And there he is when he arrives, and he has ended his trajectory. It's pretty much worn out of his youthful ways, and he's just, like they said in the previous reading, the lamb. What was underneath? And there's endgame. Seven of Pentacles, which is fruition through the power of the feminine. Which means that once they come back into your life, you don't worry about anything about them at all. You will be that person that's in a relationship that allows the relationship with that other person to be on a really long leash, you know, or not on a leash at all. Instead of, you know, a lot of marriages, like, they want the person to be on a leash, like the ring on the finger is like to say that you're never going to go away and you're always going to stay with me. But that doesn't come from a ring on a finger. It never does. It comes from knowing that there's nothing better out there for them but you. And so therefore, why would they ever go anywhere? Right? So that's what is the power of the feminine. You're going to get what is right for you. What is exactly the best thing that you can have, because why wouldn't you have what is exactly the best thing for you, which is someone that would never go anywhere else for anything else, because you're the best thing there is. It's supreme confidence, and that can only come from the understanding that you are what you vibrate as and not what you worry about, because worrying isn't having confidence. Worrying is worrying about everything. That's that. Lots of love. See you in the next one.